Like most of these students, every morning I get off the bus and head to my locker before first period. I got off the bus and now I'm headed to my locker. Come on, I'll show you. It's where I saw this. So I did this.
Okay, get as many details as you can. Students, we need to go into a lockdown right away. There's a reported threat in the building. Again, go into a lockdown right away. Go that way.
Attention again, there are gunshots in the building. They've been heard in the upper E hallway. Again, gunshots in the building. Use your Alice protocol.
Come on, we gotta go!
Breaking news. We are getting an alert that there is an active shooter at Avon High School. A student reported a gun in a locker, which started a lockdown. Gunshots were later heard in the building. Some students were able to evacuate. Police are on the scene.
A lot just happened, but I'm still here to tell you about it. So let's recap my day, in case you ever find yourself in a similar dangerous situation. ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, Evacuate. You can use your judgment to do these steps in any order. On this morning, a threat was unexpectedly spotted. That's when I alerted my friend to tell a teacher while I walked to the office to tell an administrator. The teacher announced an immediate lockdown and continued to inform everyone as more details came in. Students then had to decide if they're in a location that should lock down, counter, or evacuate. Everyone locked down until enough information was given on where the gunshots were heard. Once we had a location, students in the ALC cafeteria knew they were far enough away to evacuate. Students in nearby halls had to lock down in the nearest classroom and barricade the doors. Students in classrooms became armed, ready to counter if the shooter got into the room. And those who were near an exit were also able to evacuate into the designated nearby neighborhoods away from the building, waiting for police to arrive. Remember, when you leave the building, your arms should be in the air with your fingers spread out, so police can see that you are not a threat and don't have weapons in your hands. It's hard to imagine something like this happening in your own school or movie theater or town, but too many have lived through these terrifying moments.
Evacuation from Avon High School, you would go to somewhere where you can get behind something hard that would stop a bullet if it were to head in your direction. And so there's a difference between cover and concealment. Concealment is just getting behind something that hides you, like a bush or leaves or a sheet. It wouldn't stop something if it was going to hurt you. And so you would want to get to cover. Keep going out into the neighborhoods. Get behind the engine block of a car. Get behind a house. Run until you get behind a large tree or a ditch. You want to get to somewhere where you can get behind something and get to safety. Know that help is on the way. It will take literally less than a minute for there to be highly qualified police officers and personnel in here to keep you safe. Stay calm to the extent possible. Make sure that you are being active and doing something either to get out of the building, to hide, to barricade the door with heavy furniture, to be ready to defend yourself if there were a bad person in the building that wanted to harm you. But stay calm to the extent possible so your brain, your mind can function in that high stress environment. If you find a weapon while running to safety, you should alert an adult immediately. That way the adult has the communication means to get a hold of safety personnel to come get that weapon, make it safe, and ensure that no one else can use it or harm it. But you certainly wouldn't want to touch it. People can apply the ALICE protocol outside of school by paying attention to their surroundings and ensuring that what you learn in school, how to apply ALICE, is carried out if you ever find yourself at a nightclub or a restaurant or a mall or a movie theater where some somebody's there trying to do harm, you can use the same principles that we are learning here at school out in the real world as well when you leave and graduate someday. One of the things that I would like students to know about Alice are we do Alice drills and we study Alice so that we can be prepared for an emergency. We don't anticipate anything like that ever happening here, but we also don't want to be caught on our heels if someone were to come in this building with the intention to do harm. And so we're doing these drills for the purpose of being prepared, even preparing you for life outside of school when some emergency like this may occur. So take it seriously, because this skill is tremendously important for you to build and for you to be able to share with your family and for you to be able to share with your colleagues at work someday. So take the information seriously, take the drills seriously so that you can be as prepared as possible to be safe.